Recording has started.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Why We're Over It series. We are taking a look at cash-based physical therapists all across the country, all across the nation, to get their take on why they're over it. What's the deal with moving towards cash-based physical therapy, shifting away from that traditional insurance-based model, how that is benefiting providers, therapists, how it's preventing providing freedom to clients, and why it's just better for everybody. So we are super excited to kick off this series, talking to so many amazing people. You guys are just going to be mind blown. So much information, so many clinical nuggets. We are so excited. I am Dr. Kelly Weisner, and I co-own Flourish Columbus Incorporated, that is based in Columbus, Indiana, and a little bit on why I'm over it. So I've been a physical therapist for 8 years, working most of my career in the traditional insurance model with a hospital-based system. And gosh, probably a year ago, I started thinking, there's something better out there. I mean, I had never heard of cash PT. We didn't talk about that in school. You know, it was never a thing. And then, I started slowly getting on social media, finding all these awesome therapists across the country and what they were doing and how it was just what they wanted to do, how we as PTs want to treat patients, how patients want to receive physical therapy services. And the more I learned about it, the more I was like, okay, yes, this is awesome. So gosh, my clinic opened up on June 1st, 2020, right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, which a lot of my friends and family thought was crazy town, to leave my hospital-based job to go out on my own with my business partner. But you know what? It's been wonderful. And I think, not only wanting to provide therapy in this model where I can treat how I want to treat and clients can get what they want and need from me as a physical therapist, but the pandemic kind of was a blessing in disguise for me. It allowed me really to have time to business plan, number one, of okay, because you need time to plan your business, right?
You need time.
Yeah, and with 2 little kids and working full time, there's not a lot of extra time going around. So it really allowed me and Aubrey, my partner, to plan and say, okay, we need to get a space. We need to do all the businessy stuff and insurance and all that. So it allowed us time to do that. It allowed us time to dream and take those dreams and make them reality. And it also allowed us the time and space to kind of look inward and say, okay, do we want to keep doing what we're doing for 20, 30 more years, or is there something better out there? And really for myself and my family, the ability to be free to have more control over my schedule and not be bogged down in red tape and insurance restrictions was huge. And, with a lot of support and a lot of faith and a lot of love and nervous, anxious energy, we did it. So I really hope that this series is helpful for you as a physical therapist, helpful for you as a potential client in the cash-based model, just to learn about why we're over it, why we're over the insurance, why we're over the traditional way of doing things in the physical therapy world. It's going to be awesome for you. It's going to be awesome for me. And I'm going to throw it over to Jen. She's got an amazing story as well. So take it away.
Oh, Kelly, that's amazing. And Kelly's right. We have already started talking to people, and it has been mind blowing. There
Yes.
is so much awesome content to come. It's crazy. So what do you need to know about me? My name is Dr. Jennifer Morgan, Jen Morgan, Dr. Jen Morgan on Instagram. And I own Centrality Physical Therapy and Wellness. And I am currently located in Connecticut. So I am on the shoreline of Connecticut, Guilford, Connecticut, cutest little town, literally on the face of the planet. And actually, this cash-based clinic is take two for me. I was in Phoenix from 2013 to 2019. And in 2018, I actually started Centrality Wellness LLC, or Centrality Physical Therapy LLC, excuse me, in Phoenix. So I had a cash-based clinic in Phoenix, and it was started and born out of need as visceral work. So I am a Baral Institute trained visceral and neural manipulation therapist. And so I use that platform mainly to treat outside of insurance norms. And I learned a lot. There were a lot of inefficiencies in my practice. There was a lot of mentorship and growth that was happening because Phoenix is an amazing area of cash-based therapists. And then my husband came to me and said, I'm really over Phoenix and I really want to move. And so that came with a lot of exploration, a lot of growth, and then the need to land right in this new area. And so I actually physically dissolved Centrality Physical Therapy LLC in Phoenix. And I actually told myself, I'm never going back. I'm never doing it. It was really hard. And now here I am. So part of that, it was really hard, really took a lot of introspection and a lot of self-reflection, figuring out why was it hard. And my thing was, it was hard because I didn't have the foundations, and I didn't take the time like you took, Kelly, to really build, plan, navigate the waters. And then I came out here to Connecticut, and cash-based physical therapy is not a thing. There are not a lot of cash-based providers in any realm. And there's also not a lot of pelvic floor physical therapists. So I am a pelvic floor physical therapist on top of being a visceral neural manipulation therapist. It is all I have done. It has changed my life because I was a patient. And so coming into a hospital-based system, which I was also doing in Phoenix, now doing in Connecticut, I just sat back and I was like, I grew a program. There is a need. And all of the political nonsense that goes to patient care. And when patients come to you with a bill, hey, why are you charging me this much money? And my response is, I'm not. I'm providing care. There are so many other layers in a hospital that I can't go pick up the phone and have a conversation with, somebody in billing or insurance, contract negotiation to figure out why that is. It just doesn't feel transparent, and it doesn't feel inclusive. And so for me, I kind of looked around and I was like, I can't. I need to go back to a model where I can treat patients the way I want to be treated as a consumer. And mind you, the hospital-based system was lovely. I was still doing one-on-one care, and I was still doing, the way that I wanted things to do, but the piece of charging for services and the freedom to see who you want to see and working within, what codes are covered, blah, blah, blah. It should not be a thing. People should have the ability to go forth to be treated how they want to be treated and by who they want to be treated. And so Centrality Physical Therapy and Wellness, Centrality Wellness for short, was born. And me, if you look at my Instagram, if you look at my website, I have a lot of other skills. I was a yoga instructor for 10 years before I became a physical therapist. And so I can incorporate yoga and breathing and visceral work and neural work and physical therapy. And it's more of a holistic wellness. That's what I want to bring. That's how I want to be treated. That's why I actually pay cash for my services. That's why I see people who are cash-based practitioners. I don't want to have to worry about, will this be covered? And the more I learn about insurance, the more I realize that it's crooked. So that's kind of what brought me here. And I'm sure you feel this, Cal, like it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding
Yeah.
and it's so great to bring awareness to this shift to cash-based PT because it can be scary.
Yes. It can be super scary, especially, if you are in a community where cash base is not really a thing and people don't know that it is a thing. And people are so used to, they're on the phone with a potential provider and it's like, okay, what's your date of birth and what's your insurance? It's not even like, hi, what is your name? How can we help you? It's date of birth, insurance. And that's, we've just been conditioned because that's been the system. So we're really trying to just bring awareness that cash-based PT is a thing. How can it help you as the client? We've got a lot of great clinical wisdom nuggets for providers. Like, we are learning as much as we want you guys to be learning from all of this. It's just amazing. And one thing I'm taking away from the people we've talked to already, we still have a lot more to talk with, is how much of a community the cash-based PT people are. I mean, it's so supportive. People want to help. They want to support and encourage. And I think as physical therapists, we care for our patients, we care for our clients anyway, but being a part of a community that is so supportive and positive, and you can do this and you can provide the care that you want to your clients, like, I think we're just going to exude that as practitioners. And who's going to benefit from that? You, the client. And me too, because I'm happy and I love what I do and I want to see you and I want to work with you. And it's all about you as the client. So it's a total win-win. And I love it. You guys are going to be mind blown every single episode. I can't even wait.
100%. And for those of you who are sitting here, maybe you're a consumer and you're like, but I have insurance and I pay a copay and I pay for my insurance. I will challenge you. How much do you know about your benefits? How much do you know about your deductible? How much do you know about what is actually covered? I was looking at my insurance plan and let me tell you, a lot of things are not covered that I thought they were, or I'm going to be hit with a bill. And so this is going to bring awareness to, and I have dogs, obviously, as you can tell. She's sitting here on my floor with me whining. But I will tell you that the challenge is look at your plan and then do the math. So if you have a copay, what is your copay? What is the rate that you're going to be seen at a big box or at a hospital? And maybe it will actually be cheaper than a one-time visit with a cash-based PT on a weekly basis. So there's so much we're learning. I'm learning so much from people who've been doing this for so long, and it's going to make us stop and think. And as you touched on, and as somebody else that we talked to this morning touched on, abundance mindset. How do we rise the tide so everybody in the harbor rises? This is not just for pelvic floor PTs, even though you and I are both pelvic floor PTs. We are talking to orthopedic therapists, we're talking to concierge therapists, we're talking to wellness mindset people, we're talking to neuro people. It is going to be mind-blowing. And we plan to share this on our social platforms, which we'll share at the end here. We're also giving it to the people that we're interviewing for their social platforms. So you're going to see this everywhere. If this is inspiring and this is mind-blowing, reach out and then share the videos too, because the more it gets out there, the better this will be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think too, we hear a lot of times health is wealth. And we're really trying to shift the sick care model that we have here in the US more towards true healthcare. And it's not about, yes, physical therapy is perfect and fabulous and awesome if you have an injury, an acute injury, a surgery. But even beyond that, we want to make sure that you are doing what you want to be doing as long as you want to be doing it. So that a lot of times, that kind of preventative or maintenance therapy wellness situation is not covered by insurance. But we know as therapists, it's super important. And as a client, it's super important because you want to be not only, able to do your daily activities, but you want to be able to do those hobbies, the recreation, the fun stuff that makes life worth living. And that is why we are doing this, to open up that space to say, hey, we have the knowledge to work with you to meet these goals. Let's take insurance out of it because they're just going to restrict us and tell us what we can and can't do. And that's not the way we roll here in cash-based physical therapy. So super, super great stuff coming.
So much great stuff coming. And if you are looking to find me on social and you want to keep an eye out for these videos, my handle is at DOC, so doc_Jen Morgan, JenMorgan. We'll link that below. My website is centralitywellness.com. And then Kel's information.
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at Kelly Weisner, and we'll link it below, Kelly Weisner DPT. You can also find my clinic on Instagram at Flourish Columbus. You can find me on the interwebs at flourishcolumbus.com.
Awesome. So we will make sure to blast you guys with all the really amazing videos that are to come. So follow us if you're not, so you can stay in the know. And we look forward to hearing all of your feedback.
Yes.